Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another section of the Hyperlight Drifter walkthrough. Today we'll be doing the west section, and looking at our inventory here, I've got about $5 to spend on stuff. I don't think there's anything particularly critical that I need to buy, but I guess I'll go get some of the movement upgrades just because I already have all the weapon upgrades. And honestly, the dashing slash is pretty useful to have. So there are certain situations where it seems to work a lot better than the slashing dash. And then other than that, I think I still have 2 left over. That's not enough to buy a health kit or bomb. I could upgrade a gun, but I'm honestly just mostly going to be trying to use the railgun for my own practice-y sake. Let's play through. So we'll just move right along then. So I realized at the end of the last video I forgot to go back to the 8-key door over in the east and pick up the white armor set. And I went to do that at the start of this video, and then I realized that my computer dropped my mic settings like down to a really low level, so from the noise gate and everything there was like no audio recorded for that section, so I ended up deleting it. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I showed the white or the 8-key door during the video. And if you just go back there after you complete everything we did in the last video, you can... whoa. I was on the pistol, not the railgun. Yeah, you can just go and pick up an armor set. I don't know what all the different armors do. I guess I could throw up a little picture on the screen that kind of tells you what each of the pieces does. You don't have to be wearing the full set to get the effect. Just any one of the pieces from the set will give you that set's effect, so you can have up to 3 effects running at the same time if you're really into like getting maximum efficiency in terms of what gear you're using. Most of them are like pretty minor. I think nearly all of them are almost unnoticeable. Like they're so subtle that you're just like one of them makes you open doors faster, for example. If you opened like 3 doors in a row, went and put on that set and then opened those 3 doors to leave, you'd be like, is this a little bit faster? I feel like it kind of is. But nowhere in the game does it really tell you that the armor actually does different things for you. So it's all pretty vague, and I'm not sure how people exactly figured it out. And some of the stuff is purely cosmetic. Like I know there's one armor set that just like every time you kill an enemy they like explode. Like if you kill somebody with the charge attack, it like blows their head off or whatever. Or like if you kill people with grenades, they like explode. It can cause like a fear effect on people. There's like the black armor set or something that you can get that like makes it so every enemy like dies a horrible death. Anyways, this is the first module in the western area. The western area is pretty interesting with the way its modules are set up. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get almost all of them before you even go fight the boss. And quite a few of them are like really, really simple, but just secret-y. It's also like that with the keys as well. Like, it's just basically really hard to see secret area, and you walk in there and they just give it to you. It seems like the eastern area had a lot of little bonus challenges you had to complete to get rewards, but the west is just like they're kind of hard to find and they give it. So I would say that the west is probably the hardest area. Kind of the standard enemies here aren't anything crazy, but when they start bringing out like the western areas elite enemies, they're a bit more intense than the other people. Specifically the samurai dudes. There's like these big old crystal golems as well down here, but they're not that bad just because they're so slow. You can kind of cheese them with the shotgun, which is sort of cheesy, obviously. But if you don't, even then they're easy enough to like dash at and away from and hit with charge attacks and stuff, or hit them with grenades or whatever you want. They're just pretty slow and really big targets. They have a lot of health though, I think like 7 or 8. But then there's like samurai guys that have like 5 health and hit you for 2 health, and their attack patterns are pretty good. They also dodge quite a bit. Dudes with guns and stuff like that. So overall, I think it's kind of the idea that you'll go to the west last, but if you can manage to make it through, I would say the gun over here is pretty similarly useful to the shotgun. It's basically an upgraded version of the starting pistol. It does 3 damage, and it has a really big clip size or magazine size, I don't really know the difference. If you know the difference, feel free to tell me, but I promise you I'll forget. Moral of the story is you can shoot a lot of high damage bullets accurately at long range, so really good weapon to have. There's also a lot of money you can get over here. I mean, I'm not sure if it is like the same amount of gear bits each world, but there's a good number of them over here. If you can make it through the west early on, it'll really help you out with other areas in the game. Of course, if you can make it through the west like first off, then you're not really going to have problems with any of the other areas. It's kind of a fun little challenge to do, try to go to do the west with like no upgrades. Well, no upgrades besides maybe the charge attack and the multi-dash. Honestly, to me, the game almost isn't even that fun without those two. Like, there's the boss rush mode you can do, and there's the like naked pack boss rush equipment that you can get, where it's literally just the very starting gear. You just have the pistol and the sword, and that's it. And it just doesn't feel as good. This game, the flow of this game is so amazing. Just with all the ability to dash around quickly, and some of the minor upgrades you get, like the slashing dash, it just, I don't know, keeps the combat, like the pace of the combat at a really, really nice level for me. And so doing the naked boss rush mode was fun because it was really hard, but it was like not fun because it kind of took away the thing I loved the most, which was the super fast-paced combat. Doing the slashing dash like that can sometimes... No, I think it's okay to do that one across gaps. I'm not sure. I think if you hit a ton of enemies, it kind of shortens the length of the dash. And so you can kind of fall into pits if you're not careful while using that. But if you use, yeah, that one, it's like the dash and then press X, you kind of stop in place when you hit the first enemy, so you'll knock them back, but you also fall off a cliff, so you gotta watch out for that. Usually how I do the attacks for that kind of stuff is I just like slam the two keys together, basically, and so I'll sometimes do the wrong one, because I just hit like X and A really quickly, one after the other. Uh-oh. I'm out of special attack meter. And so occasionally I'll just roll my finger wrong and then do the wrong dash attack and accidentally knock myself off a cliff. You stand over here, thing shows you there's a little path over here. And I think it's just a gear bit. Yeah, just a gear bit hiding behind that big crystal. So those dogs, like wolves, do show up in the north as well, so you may have already seen them. They've got crazy lingering hitboxes, and they can frequently screw me over, as you're seeing. I'm trying to get fancy with them, and it's not working out. Something that I've found works really nicely for them, this is like the trollest health kit in the game, just go pick it up and get attacked by a bunch of dogs. If you shoot the dog with a pistol like I did there, when it's still a ways off, like kind of when you can tell it's thinking about dashing at you, it kind of stops its momentum, and then when it goes to dash, the start of the dash attack doesn't really have any momentum. It sort of sits in place, and it usually ends all of its frames of attack and then ends up standing right in front of you. So if you kind of shoot the dog at the proper time, it'll just basically walk up in front of you with 1 health and be like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? And you can just hit him in the face. So I find the pistol to be very effective against the wolves, just because I'm better with it than I am with the railgun, which is odd. I don't know if it has like a slight self-aiming feature. Because, I mean, you could just shoot them with the railgun once and they'd be done, but that doesn't seem to work out for me ever, so. Personal preference, I guess. And you always can just do like a slashing dash to go through them. Picking up money in the middle of combat, not smart. So yeah, the slashing dash always does 2 damage, so you can't actually kill one of these basic enemies with it. But that, if you hit him with that, it does 1 damage on the base, and then when the enemy bumps into either another enemy or a wall, they take additional damage. So, oh jeez. It looks like if they bump into another enemy, it deals an extra 1 damage, and if they hit a wall, it does 2 damage. So if you can catch a huge group of those guys together, they'll all start like ricocheting off of one another. So, and probably a couple of them will hit the wall or something and they just die instantly, so that is a dash attack that can kill those guys in 1 hit, which can be handy. Okay, so here's the samurai guys. They have 5 health. You can just do that to kind of take care of them easily. They flash a little area that they're gonna swipe, and then they go and swipe it. They typically dodge backwards. If you time it properly, I'll try. It's pretty difficult though. You can actually like hit them. You can actually like catch them. Okay, that guy's sorry. You set yourself up too good. Couldn't resist. You can catch them as they're slicing towards you with your own charge attack, and it will, yeah, it'll just like instantly kill them, and you won't take any damage. It makes you feel really cool, but it's kind of needlessly dangerous. Timing on it, I don't know if it used to be easier or if I just suck now, but I'm really not so good at making it happen anymore. Man, the grenades are so good in this game. Uh oh. I thought there was a health kit down here, but instead I've blown myself up. No health kit for me. I thought about shooting him with the railgun, decided against it, went to run away, and then misclicked and fired backwards. Let's see if we can ever hit one of these guys. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, there's not really any point to it, because you can just avoid it and then be like, whoops, sorry. So, I guess it's just if you want to feel like a cool dude. That attack makes me laugh every time because there's like this strange little pause when you when an enemy collides with something, and so if you get it just right, they'll just be bouncing around forever, and it makes this terrifying split splat sound effect. And so it's just like, and then it's like, oh, that guy took 15 damage, and he is now a ruined pile of corpse. So yeah, that actually can be incredibly powerful if you like hit somebody into the right corner. Just that guy just hit the wall 3 times, so that would have been 7 damage. Some of the bigger enemies in the game, like the guys who actually have 7 health, like the giant jumping zombie claw birdmen, and then probably also the crystal golems, like I don't think you can push them around. If you hit them with that attack, you kind of bounce back slightly and they don't really move. So it's not like you actually... There's no enemy in the game that you can use that on effectively that is going to take 7 damage from it. Maybe I shouldn't say no enemy in the game, but I can't think of it. So, I don't know. It's interesting out that attack has the potential to be so good. Like, technically speaking, like, I took 7 damage, but he doesn't have 7 damage now. So it's just kind of funny, because when I first got that ability, I was like, wow, how useless. But then it turns out it's actually probably one of the most powerful skills. Actually, yeah, it'd be stronger technically than the charge attack. But it's kind of inconsistent, and just because you have to have the proper environment for it. This area is really good because like these trees would count as a corner, so you can just like hit somebody in this corner and they'll bounce off these trees like 4 times, you know? So the west, actually, that attack is pretty good. So starting out here, you can, I think you can either go north or west if you'd like to make actual progress. If you go south, there's not really anything, but there's a secret rat over here. Secret rat right over here. Or just a little med kit, that's all that's over there. And then down, this is all the locked, the 8-core door. Oh, module door. I also love the coloring, like, I don't know if it's not just like the palette choice of this area, it's just the deep blue and the nice, like, super dark pink, purple, red. It's so gorgeous, it looks amazing together. All the green and stuff. I should not have used that grenade on that one wolf, because now there's 100 wolves. Oh my. So yeah, we are actually, the modules kind of roll in super fast if you know where they're at. They're easy, like most of them are pretty easy to get. I think by the time we reach a door that we need modules to go through to like get to the boss, it only takes 3 or something like that. So yeah, There's a lot of them that you can pick up along the way, but they're just hidden. So if you kind of don't know where to look, then you can show up to that door and then just have to turn around immediately. Oops, that was awful. These crystals on the ground deal 2 damage apiece if you get hit by them, so you're doing like the hardcore mode, New Game Plus or whatever, and you have the Screw You jacket where you only have 2 health, those crystals will be an insta-kill. Sorry, I'm just practicing shooting dogs. Well, that's not really... Don't take that out of context, please. Gosh dang. That hitbox looked a little bit lingery. Like, comment, and subscribe if you agree. Sorry. Please no. Please no, dogs. That one hit me again. I think that one hit me twice, but he did also line up himself and 3 of his friends. These are our first Crystal Golem friends. Okay, they have 9 health? Yeah. A lot more than I thought. Yeah, if you hit them, you just bounce off and deal 1 damage, so that attack is not... Yeah. Not useful against them at all. Oh, I hate these. I honestly hate these little crystal spiders. Yeah. You can just get womboed so easy by them and like one other enemy. Because, I mean, they still deal 1 damage every time they hop into you. And those come in huge packs of like 4 or something, so you know it's 4 health that they can do just by jumping into you and holding you in place. You can escape by spamming like directions on the joystick or whatever, and then also by pressing like X and A. So if you kind of just like spin the wheel in circles wildly and then just spam X and A, you can try to break out so quickly. Ah! Oh, frick. Nope. Crystal spiders, please don't. Samurai, please don't. Uh-oh. This is bad. Gosh, crystal spiders, you're making me... giving me ulcers. Okay, there we go. At this point, I think the only things I really want to buy in town are going to be like... oh gosh. More health kits! And probably the other grenade. And I think that's about it, yeah. Next time we run into a Crystal Golem, I want to show you the like the shotgun wombo combo that you can do. It's just kind of goofy. It's really helpful. It's good to know about. It's honestly super useful, and I honestly love using it. I just don't for this series because it's so game-breaking that it's like, hi, welcome to my guide. Get good with the shotgun. Oh, wow, what an extensive guide. But I would like to throw it in there just because it's kind of goofy and interesting. It's goofy because it's so powerful. I'm not really sure exactly how they would like take it out of the game without changing quite a bit of code or something, or just a lot of mechanics. But I kind of feel like, well, gosh, fighting these dudes and I can't see what I'm doing. If this game had an online aspect or like a player versus player type thing, they probably should have removed it because it's so broken. But since it's just a single player, I guess it doesn't matter. You just don't do balancing updates for stuff like that, unless it's just something that's super broken that like defeats the purpose of the game. Oh gosh. So I think with that attack, you kind of stop moving whenever you finish doing the, or like whenever you press attack after dashing is when you stop moving. Which can make it so that you end your dash way before you wanted to and don't actually stab anybody. Like I'm playing really, really badly right now. My left bumper is a bit jankety on this controller, so I'm like running around trying to heal, just like slapping this button and nothing's happening. And yeah, other than that, I'm just playing really sloppy, so that's good. So I actually kind of hate this room. This room leads to a lot of different secrets. it's sort of a pain to get to most of them. You have to do really bizarre shooting puzzles. It just doesn't feel consistent. That guy's a freaking wizard. Left bumper, please. Thank you. Those crystals scare me every time. I just have PTSD from doing New Game Plus. Samurais are pretty intimidating at first, but when you start learning some of their patterns, like the fact that they don't, whoops, turn around after they've decided, oh, please don't. You can bounce off walls like that, slide onto crystals, and then just get brutally murdered. Once the samurais decide a direction they're going to shoot, they don't turn ever, so if you do a slashing dash behind them during that time, then they just kind of stand there and like attack off in the direction they already decided, like, nope, it's my fate to go this way, and then they just, you're behind them and they slash the completely wrong direction. But yeah, there's just invisible platforms here. Oh, but we're gonna need a ton of bullets, so you can break these crystals. They will restore your gun energy. It just takes forever, but we're gonna need a bunch of it here in a second, and this is the best place nearby to get it, so. Alright, sweet. Full gun energy and dash. Dash. We have to come back here. Okay, not too much later. We can actually get in here after completing the rest of the West. Rest of the West. Nice. Alright. Last time I played this game, I shot that pillar directly, like, I don't know how many times with like a full ammo or full clip of gosh dang railgun energy, and it just didn't register at all. And then I would start using the pistol, but it was far enough away that the pistol would like miss randomly, so I had to go back and forth recharging my full gun ammo like 5 times, I think, to get that to actually activate. So pretty happy didn't have to deal with that this time. That crystal will just block you if you try dashing over there, and then you'll fall off the cliff, so you have to do like a charge attack or shoot it. Which can be a bit scary, because if you use up all your gun energy trying to hit that little pillar that I managed to get on my first try somehow, luckily, then you won't have any, like, I don't think there's any crystals over there you can attack to get gun energy back. So you'll have to do a charge attack, or you'll have to teleport. This dude is telling us the lore of the area. I think one of the giant titany things came and attacked, and a couple dogs were manning like a crystal gun, and they shot the titan dude in the face as he destroyed the crystal gun and trapped one of them in crystals, and that dude eventually broke out, I think. And I think that is the story of the boss of this area, who's called the Hanged Man. He's one of the harder bosses of the standard area bosses. You could definitely argue that he's the hardest, like northeast, southwest. He's also one of the most fun. He's really fast-paced, and you can't do hilarious cheese on him like you can with the toad. The toad's actually pretty cool too if you don't cheat. I'm pretty sure that button unlocks all these jail cells just so you can get in them. I'm also pretty sure that this is the only cell that has any actual anything in it. I don't even think there's a health kit in any of the other ones. But I'm just gonna check to be thorough, because I could always be horribly wrong. Looks like I'm right. Maybe. Yep, that's a shame. I also am pretty sure that crystals work like enemies, where if you use a charge attack on them, you get back a lot more gun energy than if you just break them. No. Sorry, raccoon guy. Again, my first time playing this game, I just walked straight past this one. I didn't even know it was here, but it's just hidden. Like all I have to do is walk through a wall, and there it is. Like no opposition. Kind of like the first one in this area as well. There's no opposition whatsoever. Sorry about your ears, everybody. At least we can enjoy these birds together. This is interesting. It puts down 4 of the, hey, there's a secret thing. So if you walk up to them and it doesn't tell you anything, but then there's like this little secret ledge right here where ping will reveal the path to you. Or, since you watched this walkthrough, I just revealed the path to you. So, knowledge for all. That button opens up the cell, which has a med kit in the corner. Pretty nice. I think the lights come back on in here at some point. They might not. There's a lot of different areas in the west that kind of look a lot like that. So I kind of forget which ones end up getting lights and which ones don't. These guys are hilarious. I'm not sure if that's supposed to tutorialize you on deathly crystals. Oh my gosh, this guy's going crazy. He's like a Pomeranian. If it is, then it's kind of too late, because I've already seen the deadly crystals several times by this point. Even without exploring all the everythings, I'm pretty sure you would have run into the crystals like once or twice. So you kind of already know about them. So I guess it could just be for the laughs. Holy moly! Hey, have one of these. I missed almost everyone. There's an achievement in the game for killing 5 enemies with 1 grenade, and I think that area is basically built to get that achievement. That's definitely where I got it the first time. Because I saw like 2 guys, and I was like, oh, this will be a perfect opportunity for a grenade. And then like 8 more dudes showed up, and I was like, oh my gosh! And the grenade was already out at that point, so everyone got just obliterated. I didn't realize didn't realize that this game also doesn't pause when you go into boss screen. Okay, so this guy has 9 health. Here's the technique. Dead. Shotgun is ridiculous. If I'd actually done that properly, it would have been even faster. So it should have like 6 health. Well, I didn't do the switch properly, but yeah, that's the idea. You just fire, and then press B to switch guns, press it twice, and then you can fire again. You can fire off 2 rounds of the shotgun, like, instantly. Oh, that's even the wrong gun. Okay. Did I even use the shotgun on the first guy, then? I don't think I did. It's interesting, because I always thought that the secret gun that you get from the east was like awful, but if I didn't use the shotgun, I'll check back on the footage. If I didn't use the shotgun, then that gun actually might be semi-decent. Probably still not even as good as the shotgun, so never mind, I take it all back. And they have like the same ammo. But yeah, you just go. And you can do that indefinitely. I don't know why I only do 2 bursts. I guess for most enemies you don't really need to do more than 2 bursts. If you buy the upgrade ammo capacity for the shotgun, you can hold like 5 or something, and so then you could just like decimate. There are mini bosses later in the game that have 25 health, so if you did flawlessly, you could just basically one round them with shotgun. Yeah, just shotgun switching. But I won't be doing it. Just gotta keep using that railgun. I think for that reason, the shotgun is probably the best in the game. If you weren't being cheesy, I don't know what would really be the best. Maybe the starting pistol, honestly, or just whatever you find to be most comfortable with. Without, like, gun swapping, I think for me, the best gun in the game would probably be west. Yeah, the gun you get from the west. And then the 8-module door here has an extra costume, I believe, not another gun. Oops. You don't get the final gun until the 8-module door in the south. And I don't know what that one's called. It might be like the Gauss cannon or something. When I first started playing, I thought that it would be the railgun, but apparently the gun we already have is the railgun. Because the final gun just seems like an insane upgraded version of that. I didn't realize those guys were so easily stun lockable. Right. Those guys generally do a pretty good job of predicting where you're going. When they slam the ground to send crystals at you, like if you walk in a straight line, they'll send it out in front of you so that it hits you as you're on that line. So one thing you can kind of do to avoid them easily is right before they go to attack, or like as they're winding up their animation, start dashing off in a direction and then just switch back, and they'll probably, like if you're kind of dashing around them, I've seen them send it like straight behind themselves when I'm standing in front of them, just because since they do such a good job of predicting, you can juke them like insanely hard. Okay, so this, if we check the map, we are not that far to the side of the teleporting area. If you go off to the left, I think it leads over here. And then if you go that direction, you come here, then you can go down here, and the way will be blocked off. So the west actually is probably the most open worldy in the sense that there's like 3 ways or something you can get to the end from the starting area. It really branches off. They all meet back together at this point, but there's a lot of different ways you can go. So this also is a nightmare for NG+. You have to dash across, like, there's a kind of a goofy little bend in there somewhere that's hard to predict. Well, if you don't know about it, then you probably won't predict it, and you'll just get one shot by the crystals, which is a nightmare. Oh yeah, and then coming back, I usually get womboed right there anyways. And then Ping doesn't show you the way back. I guess he doesn't need to. And then you can be a bad person and kill that guy for safety, or you can dash around spikes like a really nice pacifist, cool dude. Dead. Super edgy. He's got the blood coughs too, just like us. So how many do we have? I forgot. 5. Okay. And there's at least 2 more on the map that popped up. And we can continue on, and we have enough to make it to the boss at this point, but I usually like to turn around and go back through the branching paths we haven't gone to yet. And actually, I think I want to pop back to the main village and buy some upgrades. Just because I'm playing badly enough that I'm thinking an extra health kit wouldn't hurt. And also the grenades come back way slower than I thought they did. My poor face. Okay, yeah, so from here we can go up, and that leads to a little underground pass. If you're playing with a mouse and controller, or with a controller, then the little reticle for the mouse indicator still shows up on elevator screens. I don't know why, but that's what that is. It's just wherever you have your mouse, it still pops up and shows you that, even when you're playing with the controller. I think I just made a mistake. I lowered a lot of the cover, and I need to go over here and get this gear bit. I can be shot at way more aggressively. You can go over here. I don't remember if there's anything. Okay, health kit. Nice. That guy attacked super fast. They usually, wow, that guy did the same thing. They usually have like a, I guess they were doing their wind-up animation, but they're just active during that time. I've never seen that before. I usually stay really far away from those guys because they frustrate me so much. You can see like right there in the lower center of the screen, there's one before it's activated. They pop up fast enough though that you can't really like get the drop on them like you can with, like there's some other enemy. Oh, the Venusaurs and the little mini Venusaurs. I would say in terms of like the super small like one-shot enemies, like this area has the hardest ones. Kind of just adds to this being the hardest area. Little baby Venusaurs, so I guess the Bulbasaurs over in the north are really not an issue. Actually, those were in the east. Were they in both? No, those are just in the east. Sorry. Focusing on a bunch of stuff and also trying to think. I should save one bullet. Okay, cool. There's a big old fat nasty pillar right here. It's weird, the way it's set up, it's kind of secret-y. Like it's easy to miss this, but it is right in plain open sight. You have to shoot it with the railgun. It's one of those guys. Very particular. No, it's just a beefy pillar. Man, I forgot a bunch of extra dudes show up. Oops, sorry. Thank you. Oh, that's right, there's a key. I kind of forgot about this room right here, and I was like, why did I... For a key. Nice. The armor set you get in this area is like straight gold, I think. It actually looks awesome. It's one of my favorite looking ones. I typically take like several pieces from the different sets, so I don't really go with like one set for the costumes. But I'm pretty sure like this is my favorite cape in this area. That opens up the ability to look out over this direction. Also, I think there's a medkit in here. But there's no actual secrets we can get to from here. It just kind of helps you recognize that there are secrets later on. Like, oh, look, a jail full of dudes. Okay, cool. So you can actually charge up a charge attack before you open the door and then just ruin people's lives. It's really mean, but kind of funny and also really effective. So bad with the railgun. So bad. Oh, thank you, giant smashy block. That just turns those guys off, so pretty useful to hit that switch as soon as possible. Oh, well, goodbye. I don't remember if there's anything in any of these rooms. Health kit? No. Okay. Well, I mean, the big old bird man had a gear bit, but other than that, it's just for the sake of sadism. Crystal Golem friends deal 2 damage, I think. Per hit. I'm not sure if their Fist Slam is its own attack, and then like the crystals going across the ground I know are their own attack. But I don't know if the Fist Slam is its own thing as well, and if that does more damage. I don't really know a lot about the golems, like their potential damage. Oops, I've wasted my grenades. Because, yeah, the golems are generally really easy to avoid unless you're just getting like overly confident or just messing around like I was there. So yeah, I don't know. For the most part, this shouldn't really be too big of an issue. Again, that's kind of like very much out in the open, that little pillar there, but it can be easy to miss, especially with the like color scheme in this area. And that just opens up a whole new area of possibilities. So if you remember before, the jail we looked at that had like no crates and a ton of dudes in all of the cells, and I don't know if it had health kits or not, but this, like, if you memorized what was in the cells, like, this is not the same thing. So at this point, if you're super observant, which I am not, I actually missed all this on my first playthrough, you kind of realize that something's up. And then normally you'd be like, oh, a bunch of health kits and a gear bit, nice rewards, and then you just leave. But, oh. There's a walk-throughable wall here. And a bunch of just sneaky dudes. Yeah, and so then, here's the jails that we saw earlier. Oh. Yeah, nothing really for me in there. And there's a module over here, so I think this one is not on the map. This one is not on the map. Oh, this is a fun little fight arena. Nice. I really like the little sword spin into ground throw combo that he does, because it's helpful for knowing when you've defeated all the enemies in the area. Like, it kind of gets to the point where when he hasn't done it yet, you just sort of subconsciously recognize, like, something is still going on here. Although he does occasionally do it before everyone's dead. But I think as soon as he does that, you can move on. So if you want, you can just get out of there early. But sometimes he'll be, like, celebrating, throwing his sword in the ground, and there's, like, a guy just rubbing his face right up against you, and you're like, Mr. Drifter, I think we've prematurely celebrated this not yet a victory. He's like, don't worry about it, I'm such a cool... Like, yeah, but, I mean... I would love to go as this guy for Halloween. And I don't think anybody on the Earth would understand the reference. Okay, yeah, so that is the... This elevator was blocked off earlier when we came up from the south, so this is where the two paths kind of come. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, pff, it looks like you don't even save that man's life by going around. He still gets spiked. I think the spikes kind of trigger one another. It's like if you go past a set of spikes, it can set up a chain reaction of spikiness. Let's check on the map how many modules. Oh, there's only one left marked, so I guess there's one secret one. I threw that up in giant air quotes, but I don't have a face cam, so you couldn't tell. Sorry. Oh, hi. Push into a wall, sorry. Secret area, sort of. I'd never recognized that those guys were so easily stun-lockable. Oh, yes, please. Ow. Oh. Dashing away, thank you. Yeah, so I didn't really understand that you could... I mean, I knew enemies set off the spikes. I didn't know you could, like, intentionally use them to set off the spikes. Pretty nice, though. Kind of backfired in my face, though, because I wasn't prepped for it. And it's like, oh, we're clear. Go over there. But the spikes come back so fast. If you notice a cluster of, like, 4, hey, there's a secret... sitting on the ground. Here we go. Secrets never stop. Of course, the most secrety secret of all is a health kit. It's very confusing. It's like you keep going back deeper and deeper, and then it's like, and a health kit. Aren't you pleased with yourself? It's like, I don't know. It's helpful, but it's not like, whoa. The interesting thing about the west area is by the time you get to the boss, you've kind of wrapped up most of the things in there. Like with the east, once you get to the boss, it's like half the stuff done, which is nice because then now you have the sword for the gun for like the whole rest of the area. I tried to do a super cool samurai sword battle, but I sucked. Well, you're not even the right guy. so bad at that. Please? Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, it's kind of nice in the east because once you beat the boss, there's still so much to do, and you have the shotgun now, which is an amazing upgrade. Once you get the gun here, there's like a few more things. Nothing too crazy. They actually changed this room a lot from when the game first came out. It used to be just come down into like basically a big old open room, and there was like nothing fancy about the room at all, and it was like, oh, here's a module, I guess, whatever, enjoy. But now they covered it, like made it a little more secrety by covering it with boxes and stuff. Like a little bit more secrety. I mean, it's technically something. Because before it was literally like, there it is, take it, love it, enjoy it, have it, yay. Which both are fine with me. Excellent game, I've got no complaints. Uh-oh. This area in particular is really, like, dirty with giving you health kits and then you get ambushed by, like, 4 dudes. The funny thing is a lot of times I'll go to pick those up, not be missing any health or health kits, and then, like, get hit by an enemy and then, well, let me go. Here we go. Honorable samurai fight. Oh, sucky. So bad at that. I used to be decent, I swear. Think this is a health kit? Aha. And hello, I see you. Goodbye. I love this room. This room is excellent. Ah, oh, I'm out of energy. The how much energy do I have left bar is actually pretty subtle. And up in the upper left where I'm never looking, so I don't ever know if I have energy or not. I just kind of have to assume based on the amount of stuff I've done. I felt like those had really wide hitboxes on them. I feel like I missed both of those shots, but hey, I'll take it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm dead. It's like, don't I have 1 health left? I was trying to think of a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about. I realized that, yes, doing the slash after the dash stops you wherever you're at, so I keep trying to do that long range, but then messing it up. I was also thinking about how I'm pretty much out of energy, and I keep trying to reflect people's bullets, and one of the worst feelings in the game is when you go to reflect a bullet to find out you have no energy left, and get shot in the face. I shouldn't have gotten that. And then I was also panicking, because I was like, wait, don't I only have 1 health now? And then I got shot immediately. No. So that guy randomly hit like 2 walls. Oh, look, it's happening. The thing I was talking about. Getting right up in somebody's business, trying to reflect the bullets, and then just getting hit. So I tried to shove one of the samurais up into this corner right here to like get a multi-hit, and it didn't really work. And then I shoved that other guy just like straight down to a wall, and he just bounced off it twice, it seemed like. So, again, that ability is a little bit unpredictable, but for the most part it's actually pretty good, so. It's a lot more useful than I think I give it credit for. Oh yeah, very secret-y health kit. I don't know why this one is so hard to find, because even if you put your face up in this corner, it seems like you can walk through right here, but it just doesn't work. You have to like also then wedge over here. All that's up here is a health kit, and it's like there's a ton of other health kits around in this area. I don't know why they felt like they needed to make that one so secret. Maybe to both reward and troll you for your diligence. Okay, here's another module. I don't think this one was marked on the map. I'm not sure. I don't even know anymore. What am I talking about? Oh, well, there's the last one. Okay, so it was marked on. Whatever. Got them all. Oh, that's right. Okay, I don't think any enemies spawn on our way out either, so we're pretty much in the clear to scoot on out of this section. But I do need to go over here, break this, and there's a gear bit. Would have been really embarrassed if I'd forgotten that. Oh, hey, look, now a dude shows up. So yeah, here's the low-key cost door for this area. I think the reward for this is a key, actually. But yeah, like I was saying, each area has one door that takes many keys and one that doesn't take that many keys. This is the low-cost door for the west. And then the 12-key door, obviously, is the high-cost door. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Yes, there's a key. Perfect. So that's all 4 keys for the west. I have to make sure to go back and grab that armor set before I leave. Probably do that right before the 8-module door. Last set of secrets for this room is all up in this little sector. That's just a random enemy, like, alone by himself that drops a gear bit. It's kind of odd. It's not that common, but like normally enemies that drop gear bits are in big old groups. Honestly, that section scares me a lot for New Game Plus as well, just because trying to dash through those crystals can be a bit jank. Just with all the other crystals scattered around, it can interrupt your dash patterns that you're trying to do. Like I got bounced off several walls. I don't think you can even get in this tent. Okay, I was looking, like, I'm pretty sure there's no secrets over against that wall. I don't think you can get in that tent. And you can't. Oh my goodness. I didn't mean to be so efficient there and just destroy all the archers, but whatever. Take what I can get. I guess they're gunmen. Whatever. I'm not gonna be that particular about it. Let's see if I can demonstrate the dog thing. Nope. Shot him way too early. These dudes are cool guys, and they will try to dodge your bullets. Oh, hey, that guy dodged into my sword, and I got a nice lingering hitbox from killing his friend, so... Oh, hi. Sneaking up from the behind, huh? That is probably the safest and most reasonable way to deal with this swordsman. Just dodge off to the side. You don't have any ammo, I mean energy. Yeah, just dodge off to the side and do a charge attack on him. Or, you know, just do like basic attacks and then maybe a slashing dash or something. And one final secret over here. I think this is the last thing before the boss fight. Ouch, my face. I've been working so hard to keep this in pristine condition, and now look what I've done. I've slammed it into a wall. There's like health kits all over the place. There's one in that box. There's one against that wall over there. One in that secret area we were just in. My goodness. Alright. The Hanged Man. He's kind of just like a beefed up version of all the enemies in this area, honestly. Kind of same tactics applied. Like for this, just dodge out of the way and then do a heavy attack or a charge attack. Or you can just do 3 basics if you run out of dash or if you run out of energy. For this kind of just walk in a circle around him. Eventually, yeah, he'll start doing a 3-hit combo. Third hit does 2 health. I think the first hits still only do 1. Oh, look at that, he's almost dead. Ouch. So bad. There we go. He will start unspawning the dudes in the crystals. I just killed him really fast, accidentally, sort of. But at a certain point, if you kind of take it more slowly, he spawns them after each set of combos. He'll do the sword attack, then the crystal ground slam thing, and he'll try to shoot with the gun. And if he's at a certain health lowness at that point, then he will go and summon some friends. Towards the end, he summons these 2 guys at the same time, and that's pretty rough, having to dodge his attacks because he just flies across the arena, and having those guys standing, like kind of just camping areas and just attacking you when you get nearby. It can be really chaotic. Also, you don't typically have enough time to do like a charge attack to take him out. So when he's bringing like this guy alive or this guy, and you can tell he's doing it, it's nice to walk up next to him and just get a charge attack ready so you can kill the guy as soon as he pops up. Just kind of stop that from being a problem before it starts. But yeah, I mean, that's that boss fight for the most part. It is interesting because it really is a combination of the samurais, but harder, the crystal golems, except for harder, and then also the gunmen in this area, except for he hits harder. So if you've learned how to deal with those guys, you kind of just take those ideas and then scale them up a bit, and you're just set to deal with the fight. Really, the sword section of it, where he's doing like the 2 or 3 hit combos to try to chase you down, is by far the most dangerous. But yeah, you just want to kind of keep some distance from him, and then know whether he's doing a 2 or 3 hit combo, which is just based on the amount of health he has. I think like below half health, he'll start doing a 3 hit combo. So anytime above that, it'll be like a 2 hit combo. Yeah, just keep your distance a little bit, and then hit him with a charge attack, or you know. If you want to play it safe, just hit him with 3 or 4 basic attacks, because you do have to kind of multi-dash in order to stay like a safe distance away from him all the time. There's a secret over here. I think this might be the final like text pillar. Yeah, if you're using charge attacks on him every single time you have an opportunity to, you'll run out of energy, and then you might not be able to chain dash in case he like hops over right next to you. It's really nice to be able to chain dash away. So, energy management, a useful skill. And I guess I could show off the gun that he drops. Oh, we have it equipped right now, actually. I think I killed all the enemies for this area. Oh, here's one more. So, yeah, it kind of works a lot like the pistol. Has a lot of shots. Can't really see him in the dark here, but the bullets for it are huge, which actually gives him a really nice hitbox for hitting enemies. Weirdly, it doesn't really seem to like backfire and make the bullets hit walls all the time. Like the super fat bullets kind of just are purely a helpful thing, it seems like. And it starts out with only 4 shots, but it can be upgraded to hold 6, which feels like a lot if you have it. Dashing up that staircase can be weird and dangerous, because just dashing upstairs in this game is weird generally. But it's super easy to fall off that and take a bunch of kind of small points. Alright, now we need to go back this direction to get the 12-key door. Sorry, where's the exit there? I think I left and came back to the world since I've been through here. Yeah, so all the enemies have respawned. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. The gun does 3 damage. Okay. So yeah, very, very helpful for a ton of enemies in the game. It's sort of one of the... It's probably the easiest, just like quick and simple, no messing around, no muss, no fuss, 3 damage weapons, or like abilities even. So it's just for like the normal grunts, like, oh, now you're dead. Oh, now you're dead. It fires really straight, just a straight line. It honestly just feels like a super pistol. I think that's kind of what it was designed to be, but it also definitely feels that way. Like if you are finding the pistol to be your weapon of choice, kind of like I generally do, then in a lot of ways this kind of just feels like a straight upgrade. The fire speed's not quite as good, but I mean, it's more accurate over long distance, and it does significantly more damage. Super good weapon. I would say I typically use like the shotgun in that one, and then for the most part just do like gun swapping shotgun for damage, and then occasionally I'll shoot a dude with that weapon. Yeah, super solid choice. Highly recommended. I don't think that this is probably the fastest or best way to get back, or even possible. This bridge despawned. Okay, no. Yeah, it's probably not the best way to get back to 12 key door, but it was the first way that popped to mind. So I thought, hey, let's just make some progress rather than plan things out. And I'm not super shocked, but it looks like the west is taking a little bit longer than the other areas, because we still have to do the 8 module door as well. But I think that'll be all for this area after that. Probably have to reshoot the bridges as well. Cool. See if I can get lucky like first time through here. Nope. There we go. It's also, yeah, obviously super nice for those gunmen. Oh, I did a thing! Actually, he might have just been in range. Oh gosh, this is very bad. I killed your boss, not even sorry. Also, that gun is nice just for, oh, it also pushes you back, so you can push yourself off of cliffs with it. If you're standing right next to the edge. Whoops! So be careful of that. Also something you're going to want to keep in mind. It's really nice for the samurai. Oh, I was saying, then I got distracted by pushing myself off a cliff, because you can set them up for slashing dash kill range. Oh, there's also a snail in here. There's an achievement for like sitting down next to a snail for a while. I don't know how long it is. There's also another achievement for like sitting for like 5 minutes or something. And then snails are really delicate. Dead. So sorry, snail. So sorry. I didn't want to do it, but the people had to know. People had to see it happen. So yeah, I really like that cape and that little ping visual upgrade. Big fan, big fan. Alright, but I probably won't even equip them at any point. What a tool. So I think now we can just teleport back here and go down to the 8 module door. So let's get it cracking. I'm trying to think about the 8 module doors, what they all are. North was just like a enemy rush. It was kind of like, it ended with an enemy rush, but the whole thing itself was like more puzzly, like sort of platformy and enemy-y. It was a good combo of all the stuff. This one is like 100% pure platforming, basically. And I don't remember exactly what the West was all about. I guess it was platforming and enemy fighting. Maybe they all are that, because I didn't remember there being this many guys in this little courtyard area, so... Also, I'm sorry, Railgun, but you're getting absolutely neglected ever since we got the Ultra Pistol. Even though I was saying the whole time, like, oh, I'm gonna use not anything but the Railgun for this playthrough. But I mean, it's got a slower rate of fire, it's harder for me to aim, it does less damage. I guess it has enemy piercing. Yay! Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Ah, ah. I was hitting the wall and it wasn't even registering that I was trying to hit him. Something funny about that to me, just like whipping out a railgun, pausing for a second, and then just obliterating this guy who's like, wait, what are we doing now? Back here, come back here. I'm sorry, I went sliding all over the place in a way I did not expect. Is that a Ahoy Secrets floor? Yes. Okay, nice. I was actually... I had to go to the bathroom once we teleported, so that's what that little jump cut was for. But I was like, how many of the schlabs have we gotten? I cannot remember. Like, every single time that I'm doing one of these guides, I'm like, yeah, I think I got all the slabs. We'll just assume that I did. And so this time I'm like racking my brain, like, I mean, I know of all the places, so did I get them all already? Because I just don't know where they're at all. So it's nice to know that we have them. I always forget where the exit is at. Is it over here? No. Is it over here? Yes. Hey. Okay, now the real fun begins. Get ready for some hilariously stupid deaths. Sorry, idiot. Sorry, idiot. Sorry, idiot. It definitely looks super cool, but Lord have mercy. Gosh. Yeah. Oh, okay, and then this is a nightmare. No, please. No, Wombo, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I don't have a grenade. Oh, frick! I killed them all, but I like took damage as I was falling. Oh my gosh, yeah. If you don't have a grenade before going in that room, just wait until you have one. Like, what's the boy to do? That's just ridiculous. Okay. Okay, yeah, that last run was just abnormally smooth. I've never made it through so successfully like that. Yeah, this is pretty typical. Ow. Yep. Well, guts. Oh. It is not normal that you hit a wall and bounce off and avoid the spikes, I don't think. Yeah, there's my advice. Oh, do it. Do whatever it takes to get... Some of this is just RNG. Get the stupid spiders out of the way as soon as possible. Just, like, run over to this wall, and if you throw a grenade... Whoops. Nice. That guy got so scared that he ran away and killed himself. Yeah, if you throw a grenade off of a cliff, it just blows up at the cliff. So my go-to technique for this is just dash in here, come over to the cliff as soon as possible, wait for people to kind of approach you, and just throw a grenade in there, and it'll blow up and give you a little cushion. I guess you also could just like bounce it off the wall so it has more of an explosion radius in the room. But the worst feeling is if you like run in here, throw the grenade diagonal up, and then everyone swarms you and it just hits like two guys in the back or something. But just blowing up on the cliff kind of gives you a bit of a cushion to work with. Gives you time to get a charge attack, which you can hopefully use to kill most of the little crawling spider guys. If you can, then you're probably in business, because once those guys are gone and it's just the brutes, I don't know if they're called brutes or what, I always call them, not sure, then you're probably good. But yeah, that room can be freaking crazy. So I think that wraps up all of West. I hope this was informative and useful to you guys. Thank you so much for checking it out, and good luck with that room and with that boss fight. Honestly, they're pretty tough, but anyways, yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll be heading south. So until then, keep it trashy, everybody.